Hey, welcome back to Rock Stardust. Today we're looking at Led Zeppelin's In the Light, which came out, 1975 on the Physical Graffiti album, which is amazing. It's one of my personal favorites. This track, primarily constructed by John Paul Jones, his kind of brainchild, but obviously Plant came in with the lyrics and Jimmy had a big input as well. It's a track that the band were really proud of. I think Plant and Page have come out on record saying it's one of their favourite ever tracks the band ever did. And it clocks in at around 8 minutes, 40 seconds, so it's a very epic track. Proggy in ways too, it's got 4 distinct parts. Your intro, which is got a bowed guitar effect, that Jimmy used to create that sound, which is really awe-inspiring. All right, along with John Paul Jones synth, so you get that amazing intro, right? And it just speaks wonders of the atmosphere that's built up here. It's quite mystical, but it's a song that I'll break down on the guitar so that you can sort of understand the parts, because there's distinct elements, and it's a song of hope. Probably heard that before. But, for anyone that's sort of like a little bit lost or, struggling with some challenges, it's like, you see like get on that path and you'll be okay. So it's an interesting track. So I'll break it down. All right. And when the guitar comes in, it gives you that bridge element that takes it to the verse. So it goes something like this. That's the descending pattern there, sort of chromatic with that dramatic, which really makes it, So that in terms of the notation, it's just chromatic rundowns, Just on that D, A, and E string, right? Very cool. And then what it does is it allows the song to flow into the verse, which is by far one of the most interesting guitar riffs that I've heard from Jimmy Page. And it's a bit tricky to play actually, but it creates a real atmosphere, Interesting stuff. A bit of string skipping, and it's got that dramatic open string G note. I know that inspired different players out there, Like the guy from Stone Temple Pilots definitely used it to a lot of good effect. So it's mad. Like, I don't know where that came from, but it's inspired. Well, that's what it is. But it works with the verse because it's that interesting period where it's that sort of where there's a bit of confusion and hey, you're finding your way, and it's sort of quite dramatic, and then you got the Plant with a really good cool vocal, hey, and it's got that sort of searching for hope, and but what you get from that is interesting on the ear. Very, very, very interesting, that tonality, the unusual aspect of it, with the other instrumentation as well, obviously with JPJ doing a lot of work there. From there we go back to that bridge part. I'll share your load. it's like the sun's coming out, you know, you can sort of see the light, and through that turmoil and troubled waters and confusion, it gets to that beautiful note. And that is awesome, right? Which then leads it to the other key part, right? Which is, you know, the key major solo at the end of the song, where it's come to its completion. You've got through all this murkiness, there's hope, and then this bright, incredibly uplifting major guitar run, just using the major scale, A major. It sounds so incredibly optimistic and hopeful, and yeah, you've made it through that journey. And so cool. Positivity here, right? Making it through. And then that drone comes back in, that really interesting John Paul Jones taking it back. Really interesting, really uplifting. So how can I describe this? It's distinctive. Like I said, it's got that prog aspect. There's the 4 key parts. It's a long song. It's incredibly deep and has a lot of depth to it musically, but also lyrically. It creates the vibe. It's inspired. It doesn't sound like anything else. It's one of their greatest pieces of work. And those 4 parts just work brilliantly, how they interact. And I thought it would be neat to be able to show you the way those riffs work, because they all have a personality, right? And then obviously you get to the end, and that's where you see the light. But it's a great track. It's brilliant lyrically as well. John Paul Jones had a lot to do with that. And the more and more as time goes on, you see that he was the secret weapon in that band. There's no question about it. But they were also brilliant. And then you've also got the great John Bonham, who his drumming is incredible and gives it such a layer and incredible feel as well. So the whole band are awesome on this track, and is one of the best tracks they ever did. Definitely be up there for me, and on the album, right up there. It's one of the best tracks on the album. But look, I hope you enjoyed this look at In the Light by Led Zeppelin. Definitely a great track, recorded at Headingley Grange, so it was done at the time when they were recording that album. And so yeah, certainly cool to be able to share this. Hey, if you did enjoy this material, please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It means a lot to me. It takes a few seconds, or one actually if you're quick like this. And then we can build this community. And for those that have, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And we'll catch you next time. Have a great week. Cheers. Rock on.